How do you design for resistance? I think the most, to me, the most important act of resistance is to be fully yourself, which can be very hard, living inside lots of different structures and systems that have different values and incentive structures. But to be fully yourself, fully in your own integrity, fully aligned, is where it begins. Because resistance, I think at its core, is a concept focused on purpose, focused on standing up for your beliefs and standing up for what you feel to be right, not only for yourself, but also for others. And so if we're asking a question on a systemic level, as you know, I can say it starts with you, but really we live inside a complex system. So if we're thinking about it in terms of a system, it begins with not only understanding yourself, but also understanding others very, very deeply, even when you don't want to. And doing your very best to make sense of how everything you do impacts others who live in other places, who have very different situations than yourself, and learning how to become an ally to those people who have very different circumstances than yourself. And if we can find a way to help people connect to that, to incentivize even the children we raise to think that way, which we don't really do right now. Like, imagine if all of our video games were designed not as competitions of slaughtering another, but as a way to incentivize social thinking and cooperation. There are games that do that. For example, there's one where you're walking through a frozen wasteland, and if you find another person in the game, you can keep each other warm and survive more. But that's a rarity. We don't do that much in our society. But we could do that in our society. We could actually design systems and structures that incentivize us to think in terms of complex systems, in terms of empathy, and in terms of connecting to other people and our impact, not only on our own life, but on all the lives around us that are also impacting us. And so the more we can show up not only for ourselves, but also for each other, the more equipped we will be to not only have the kind of resistance that ultimately is meaningful for us, but live the kind of life we want to lead.